Thanks for being here, Andrew. I appreciate it. I am paid by my employer to make sure that data stays safe, to encrypt it, teach them how to encrypt it. One of the things that's really frustrating is a number of politicians on both sides of the aisle have been saying we need to figure out how to encrypt data, yet give the keys to the good guys. Any cryptographer will tell you that's not possible. You only have two options. It's either fully encrypted or it's backdoored. My question to you is, if you were running a Department of Justice and you said, here's what we're going to do when we have these types of issues come up, are you somebody who thinks that we should try to find a middle ground, or are you 100% privacy oriented at all times?
I believe that it would depend upon the nature of the information. I think there's some information that we should be committed to saying, like, this should be encrypted and off limits in most any case. And then there's other information. I actually naturally hew towards transparency for some things. And so it depends upon the nature of the info. It's a very big, complicated government and system. There are going to be some things that genuinely should be off limits from public eyes. If it's not clearly in that bucket, then I would like to try and move things towards a greater degree of public transparency. I think right now one of the reasons why we feel the way we feel about our government is that you feel like there are all of these things that are happening in these buildings and in these boxes that we're not privy to. I'm going to give one basic example of something that this is not to your question, so it's kind of far afield, but this is just my thinking on it. I'm not someone who would ever say you should run government like a business, because they're two different things. Anyone who says that's pretty dumb, honestly. Different organizations, different leadership skills, different processes. But if you were a business and you got hundreds of billions of dollars of revenue from hundreds of millions of people on a single day, you'd probably be pretty happy about that day. That's tax day. Why is tax day such a miserable bore for all of us? I would turn it into revenue day. I would make it a national holiday. I would bring families to celebrate at the White House another awesome year, and then you'd get a thank you message from Oprah and The Rock and Tom Hanks saying thank you for fueling our society for another great year, and you get to elect where 1% of your tax money went, so that you have a sense of like engagement with where the money went. And then you get a thank you message from that agency too, like the U.S. Forest Service. There'll be some rangers being like, thank you, and they're like picking stuff up. Would that make you feel a little bit better about the government? Yeah. Just getting a thank you would actually be a step. And so to the extent that government can share pieces of information, then you'd actually start to feel a little bit better and healthier. There's one massive treasure trove of data that we need to make available to academics and data scientists and people who can actually comb through it and find really awesome correlations. Someone told me that it's like right now being cached in a way that is not accessible to academics. But the government accrues a lot of information that if we allowed scientists to go through, you could actually find very, very interesting lessons. I would commit to anything that's like that could actually be a public resource. We should make publicly available and try and renew the trust between government and the people.